Peace, peace. Shalom, shalom. Y'all climb on in. Let me know if y'all can hear me good too. Let me know if y'all can hear me well. Let me know if y'all can see me well. Make sure it's a good connection. We're going to get everything started. Peace, peace. Climb on in. My queen Anaya, shalom, shalom, love. Fee Bill, shalom, shalom from STL. You know, STL family in the building. All praises, all praises. Climb on in. Shalom, shalom. Hey, we've been getting a lot of questions from out of the country, from Australia, from Africa, from Europe. It's been a whole lot of out of town people really hitting us up and asking us questions. So I really wanted to focus on a couple of these people today and just holler out people out of the country. A lot of people out of the country been getting in contact with us, asking their questions. So y'all climb on in. Look, today we named this Food is a Weapon of War, y'all. Food is, in fact, a weapon of war. Look it up. Food warfare, germ warfare, biochemical warfare. I mean, there's all types of warfare. One of the most subtle and one of the most intelligent ways that this heathen, or what we call the oppressor, this government have been killing us, though, is most definitely through food and psychological warfare. Food warfare is very real, and it's prominent, and you see it amongst our people. That's why all this death is happening in our land. Food. They've been killing us through our food, family. Shalom, shalom. Y'all climb on in. Let's talk about it. How y'all doing? Peace, peace, peace. Shalom, shalom. Cherie, shalom, shalom. Uriah, shalom. Ready Red, shalom. Nasi Mikael, what's up with it? That's another healer, y'all. Shalom, shalom. My shalom, my brother. How you doing? Lamar Jackson, William Steele, James Thomas. Y'all climb on in. We're going to talk about it today. Yep, straight up Nutricide. Yep, Lynetta Bentley, shalom, shalom. Y'all climb in. We're going to talk about it today. I want to really go over food warfare. And, man, we got so many questions today, y'all. A lot of people are pouring their hearts out. A lot of our people are truly out here sick and dying of dis-ease because of this food that they're eating, these vaccinations, the chemtrails, biochemical warfare, GMOs, I mean, acid rain, acid air, acid skies. I mean, like, this earth is very polluted with acids, and earth is a healing mechanism. Earth is a big old cell, so it's finna start cleansing itself, and anything that's weak is gonna die with it. So it's very important that we get our cellular mechanism up, that we strengthen ourselves, that we go back to what's natural, that we start eating natural food, and that we start eating according to what type of species that we are. That way, when Earth truly start cleansing herself and all the weak die, we still will be here and we still will survive through our melanin, of course. So let's get to it. Y'all climb on in. A few more people climb on in. We're gonna get it started. All right. Janetta Bam, shalom, shalom. AB Breezy, shalom, shalom. D Knight, climb on in this deal. Lamar Yahudah, climb on in. Judah Mack, my brother, climb in here. Yes, all praise, hallelujah. Again, we're going over food is a weapon of war. Death by fork and spoon. Man, Dr. Lilela Africa said one of the most, man, I mean, this I will never forget this at one of his seminars. He said everybody claimed that the white man was the most dangerous thing to the black man. He said it's not the white man that was the most dangerous thing to the black man. He said it was the white man method of war and psychological warfare against the black man. He said the worst weapon against the black man was his fork and his spoon. And when you truly start looking out against and seeing how we dying as a nation, how we truly dying as a nation, man, it straight be through food. It's what we eating that's killing us. It's the things that we're putting in our mouth, period. And what's crazy, if you get into the book of Adam and Eve and you get into the Bible, what happened? What was the fall and the cause of the fall of man? It was the diet. Ate from the forbidden fruit, ate from the forbidden tree. Our problem have always been what we've been sticking in our mouths. It's always been a diet problem. Why do we have a diet problem? Why are we not eating what we're supposed to be eating? So let's talk about it. All right, so man, it's a beautiful thing. Everybody's taking the herbs. Everybody's healing on up. We raising healers up out here. I mean, like for instance, our brother Nasi, man, he getting healing testimonies. I mean, we got Sister Ray. She get from North Carolina healing testimonies. I mean, Sister Sarah healing testimonies. Brother Chris healing testimonies. I mean, look, we truly raising up a healing community out here, man. Ain't no stopping us. We already, look, Most High done let us off the leash and we just running around healing up everything. So all praise to that. All right, let's get it. Let's get it done. All right, so this one, the first one, it says this, y'all. Listen up, make sure y'all got y'all pens and pads. Write all this stuff down. These are from the people that have been signing up to the website. And they sign up to the website, and once they get accepted because they use their actual government name and they had a good signature, they sign up to the website, they ask their questions, and we answer them on our Tuesdays and our Wednesday lives. All right, so the first one says, Shalom. I've been following for a while, and I have changed my eating habits. My son is almost 17 months. He's breastfed and has eczema and has atypical or apoptic dermatitis. Now, we already know whenever you hear dermatitis, that's inflammation of the mucous membrane, and that's inflammation of the skin, or what you call herpes dermatitis. So whenever you look at eczema, or whenever you see any type of dermatitis, any type of inflammation in the skin, automatically go back to herpes. Now, remember, we have over 108 strands of herpes, y'all. And it's all a part of this zoster family. This was actually, it used to be in animals. And what happened was back in 1962, the Rothschilds, and you have a couple other people that was a part of the United States government. They built an actual military base called Fort Detrick Military Base in Baltimore, Maryland. Inside of Baltimore, Maryland, they came up with something called biochemical warfare. Look it all up. This all can be noted and documented. This is where they created this herpes vaccine. They actually got the proteins from certain animals and they mixed these things with certain type of parasitics. And then they started using them through the hepatitis vaccines, through the zoster vaccination, through the H1N1 vaccination, and started giving this to us. And we had to, it was mandatory that we had to have these vaccines by the time we went to 5th grade. So notice around between 3rd and 5th grade, we got chicken pox. Everybody started breaking out with mumps and measles and all of this. These was from the vaccinations. So whenever you hear herpes, people be getting so scared when they hear the word herpes, like it's just automatically a sexually transmitted disease, and it's not, because we see a 17-month got it. How are we getting these certain types of these certain types of viruses, and we never had sex? These things come from vaccinations, all right? So we already see herpes, which is a dermatitis. You hear the itis is an inflammation in the mucous membrane in the skin, or what they call atypical or atopic eczema. All it is herpes. For real, it's herpes 4. All right, so what I was saying, you have over 108 strands. Within this 108 strands, you truly have 8 of them that's subject to human beings, 1 through 8. Well, I've been doing a lot of study and research for the past couple months. It's over 112 now that we can catch. Itchy elbow disease, which is herpes. It's where you constantly breaking out on your elbows, these little bumps. That's herpes. Where it's on your thighs. Don't even go to your groin. It's just on your thighs or your ankles. That's herpes. Severe acne is a form of herpes. Eczema is a form of herpes. Psoriasis is a form of herpes. Shingles is a form of herpes. Chicken pox is a form of herpes. Measles is a form of herpes. Smallpox is a form of herpes. All these HSV1 and HSV2, all these are herpes. Now, whether it's expressing itself differently or not, it don't mean nothing, because all of it is a glycoprotein acidic that expresses itself through your mucosa membrane and out your skin. What we're dealing with a glycoprotein, and what we're dealing with a hemorrhoid. All right. So y'all write that stuff down. Yes, severe acne is a form of herpes. Look it up if y'all think I'm lying. All the research is there. All right, so it says, Shalom. I've been following for a while and I have changed my eating habits. My son is almost 17 months and he's breastfed and have eczema and APOC and atypical, or this is what we're going to call it, dermatitis. No longer using steroid cream. Thank you. All praises for that, sister. I'm glad you got him off that steroid cream, because that truly shuts down the adrenal glands for about 4 months now. Using grapeseed oil. That's what I recommend. On grape seeds, them pull. Remember, grapes are the most astringent fruits on the planet. So the seeds is where all the nutrients at. That's where the most astringent properties at. That grapeseed oil will pull. So good job. I mean, you've been listening. We're juicing and eating red glove seeded grapes. See, she's been listening. Eating as much as possible. No meat, no dairy. Can you please let me know what needs to be done? My 14-year-old daughter have eczema also. See that? So this show you that these things are coming from vaccinations, or she's been vaccinated and it's coming from her, or she have contracted this so-called virus. And remember, the skin come from the mother, and you done gave your babies this skin, and now it's finally rearing its ugly head. That could be the only thing that's going on. It says, and my 6-year-old was diagnosed with See, look, now check this out. This is how I know what I'm talking about. And let you know, I don't read none of this stuff until I get it. Once we get it, I have one of the wives set this stuff up, put the notes together, then I read this. And this, most of the time I'm reading this, my first time reading it is y'all first time reading it. Now check this out. It says for 4 months now, using grapeseed oil, we're juicing and eating red globe seeded grapes often as possible. No meat, no dairy. Can you please let me know what needs to be done? My 14-year-old daughter have eczema also, and my 6-year-old was diagnosed with genital herpes since that's where the outbreak occurred. All right. Now we know that this 6-year-old ain't been having sex. All right, this started off with Shalom. So we know that the 6-year-old ain't been molested, but how do this 6-year-old have genital herpes? Huh? How is a 6-year-old diagnosed with genital herpes? This show you that herpes is not an STD, y'all. Herpes is given through vaccinations, and then this skin get passed along. Now, can you give herpes through STD? Of course. It can be sexually transmitted. But where did it first start from? Huh? Where did it first originate from? In laboratories, by your damn government. You peep that? A 6-year-old with genital herpes. That's crazy. It says since that's where the outbreak occurred, have been successful in changing their diets, yet but still would like to know the steps to take to get them well. I am ready to start my baby's treatment as soon as possible. Thank you for your time and your dedication to your people. Peace, love, and light. Man, shalom, shalom, sister. So first thing I would do, which is what you're doing already, put them on an all-fruit diet, actually get them to the diet that was actually created for their species, and then that's going to start the astringent process immediately anyway. So after you start this actual astringent process, now it's time to bring the herbal botanicals. Now, the herbal botanicals, if you actually look on my instructions on my herbal botanicals, babies can take them, especially 17 months. Now you might have to break them capsules up and put them inside of juices and things for him to take it. But the 14-year-old and the 6-year-old can take them. They can take them. Now what you need to do is get you some lemon balm or holler at me, and I'm gonna make you a lemon balm salve and cream. That way, for when that little baby is having them outbreaks, you can rub that cream down there until we get these parasitics out of them. Because what's happening is this is a hemith worm. This is a hemith parasite, meaning that you done passed that skin down to these babies, and now it's finally rearing its ugly head, or you done got them recently vaccinated and they got it through the vaccines. You see that? Because ain't no way a 6-year-old can have genital herpes. And I see a lot of cases like that. We just got a 12-year-old and a 14-year-old with genital herpes and ain't never had sex in their life. 2 years ago, we had a 3-year-old with genital herpes. We know ain't nobody touching these children. These children are raised up in the commandments of Yahweh, and we know the family. So what's really going on? See, we always got this EBGB, creepy, contagious sort of mindset when it comes to vagina and penis, and thinking these the way that these diseases are being transmitted, but it's actually been transmitted through your doctor visits, through them checking your blood, through vaccination, through your food that you eating inside of your homes. I'm telling y'all, really, truly look this stuff up. The stuff would truly blow your mind. It would blow your mind. Just like a book, just like this, y'all. Look, let me show y'all a certain book. A book as simple as this. Emergent viruses, AIDS and Ebola, nature, accidents, or intentional. Of course it was intentional. We really have to start studying these things and show you that these things were created in laboratories by your government, period. What else would explain a 3-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 6-year-old getting genital herpes? Huh? I mean, for real. Let's really truly talk about this. See, we've been so programmed by the government and what they pushing on social media and on the TV screens that we're not truly understanding what's really going on. This is food warfare, chemical warfare through vaccinations, through chemtrails, through proteins, mixing them with certain parasitics, and then they putting it in our air. They putting it in these so-called infestation trucks where they go around and spray something for the insects or for the mosquitoes. What do y'all really think They're spraying all types of pesticides, herbicides, all these toxins, and these things get inside of our bodies, and then you see things like that, manifestation through the skin, herpes, eczema, herpetodermatitis, itchy elbow disease, HIV, sickle cell anemia. This stuff was created in the laboratory, y'all, period. That is crazy. So the first thing I recommend you do, most definitely get them on amino acid therapeutic package program. Now the thing is, if you have any type of parasitic, that means your kidneys are not working. So get my intercellular cleanse, open up them kidneys, get them kidneys filtering and functioning properly. Get my parasite elimination. Get the parasite elimination capsules. Get the parasite elimination tincture, and truly start taking that. Get that GI broom for you can start moving that gut and cleanse out that gut area, most definitely, to do it down, because that's where all your phytonutrients is taking place at, and your absorption and utilization is going to take place at. But you most definitely need to get them on some parasite elimination capsules and tinctures if you can't afford the amino acid therapeutic package program for them. Most definitely go on the website and buy you some whole herbs. Get you a pound of lemon balm, and get you a pound of mugwort, and get you a pound of sweet wormwood, for we can really start pulling these parasitics out. Because that's all it is. You're dealing with a hemorrhoid worm. And what this hemorrhoid worm it likes to fly. It likes to slither itself around through the nervous system and slither itself around through the mucous membrane, and it eats on glycoprotein, because that's what the mucous membrane is created by. It's created off of glycoamino acids, or what we call glycoprotein. So once you get rid of that and you start moving all these proteins out of the way and you kill these parasites, you start seeing that these things will go away, and then the eczema will go away. Nettle leaf is real good for the topical to put on the skin to truly pull these parasites out. Again, lemon balm, black walnut hull, sheep sorrel, all these things are very good when it comes to herpes and truly pulling these parasites out of the skin. All right, so that's what I truly do with her. I think you need to call me, sister, book a consultation, and we can talk. But they're going to need amino acid therapeutic package programs. All right, that's what they're going to need. That's what they're going to need. We're going to move on from that, because we can go so deep with that, and there's a lot of other people that got questions. All right, this one says, greetings to you. I did sign up as a member, and I need your help, bro. I am having some high blood pressure issues. I am pre-diagnosed as having congestive heart failure. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I am in the ER until I see a specialist. So he's actually in the ER right now. In this condition, is this condition something that you can treat? Can I book a consultation if it's needed? Of course you can, brother. You can always book a consultation. So the first thing we'll have to deal with is the high blood pressure. Now, we know that the top part of the blood pressure is what? Systolic. That's adrenal glands all the way. We know that the bottom part is diastolic, which is your kidneys. So I can tell you right off back, if you have high blood pressure, that you have adrenals and kidney problems. Well, the best way to fix that is going on an all fruit diet. All fruit diet, no glucose, which means no vegetables, no meats, no dairy products, no yeast, none of that. All fruits. And truly go after them adrenals, get them adrenals back online, because the adrenals is in control of your parasympathetic and your sympathetic nervous system. I can't stress that enough, which is your actual autonomic nervous system. That is your breathing. That is your blood pressure. That is your digestive system. That's your serotonin and melatonin. That's your hormone and calcium utilization. That's thyroid utilization. That's your salts and your salvage utilization. So once you truly get your adrenal glands back online and you get them back going to a normal range, you will notice that your kidneys, because your adrenals is an actual pump to your kidneys will start filtering and pumping again. Next thing you know, your blood pressure will regulate itself. Now, the reason why you've been pre-diagnosed with heart disease or heart failure is because you have too much pressure in the chambers of your heart. Due to what? High blood pressure. Well, high blood pressure is caused by the lack of hydration. You truly need to hydrate your body. You got to hydrate your body, brother. Water. All right. And H3O2. Get some of them, a lot of them fruits inside of you. Once you do that, you start seeing that the fruits will start healing you way before the herb. The herbs just give it that extra boost. The botanicals give it that extra boost, but you need to hydrate, because what happens is that astringent property happens through the lack of hydration hydration. That's why herbs are so astringent. While you're on herbs, you must have water. You must have H3O, because herbs will dry you out, because they pull, they tug on things, they loosen things, they loosen toxins, they loosen lymph, they loosen stagnated mucosa plaque, they loosen things. So when you eat this sodium do this like it do to a slug, it dries the sluggard out. Then the sluggard die and become hard as a rock. Well, that's what's happening to your arteries and your veins, because you have lack of hydration. That dehydration sucks all the oxygen molecules up out of you. Now these arteries are too stiff and hard. So when that blood is going through that artery, it's pressing as hard as against what? Against the arteries. That's the pressure. That's the pressure. Because your adrenal glands is not utilizing the minerals in the water right. A part of your glands is the pituitary gland. That's your water retention gland. Water retention is your pituitary gland. You see that? So once you really focus on your glandular highway, which is one of your master glands, I don't care what nobody say, the adrenal glands are master glands. I understand that the pineal gland, or the third eye, to seek to our soul in different realities. And I also understand that the pituitary gland, which is another master gland, these run all the other glands. But man, that third gland, which is that adrenal gland, that controls your nervous system, family. So we have to get that back online. So hydrate your body. Get my Flora D-Manta flower. That'll keep that blood pressure in check. You most definitely need to get my intercellular cleanse to open up them kidneys and get them kidneys filtering right. But you have to turn on them adrenal glands, because them adrenal glands are the pumps to the kidneys, and the pumps is what keeps the kidneys on and filtering. These little pyramid-like structures that sit on each kidneys are very important. You cannot live without your adrenal glands, just like you cannot live without both of your kidneys, because you only have two eliminating organs in your body, which is your kidneys and your skin. You have to eliminate metabolic waste. Just like your colon, your digestive system, when you go to the bathroom and defecate, that eliminates all the food you've been eating. Well, your cells have to go through a digestive process too. And the only way to eliminate that metabolic waste is through your skin and your kidneys. All right, so get your kidneys back online. The only way to get your kidneys back online is through your adrenal glands. And that will take care of your heart problems too. And just you know what I'm saying, for just for old time's sake, most definitely get you some hawthorn berries and drink you some hawthorn berries tea, and that'll regulate your heart until you get your blood pressure under control and get your adrenals and your kidneys back online. All right. So what I recommend you do for real, the foundation 4. Get my foundation 4, get them in all tinctures, the foundation 4, and get you some hawthorn berry. And if you want to go even farther and dig deeper into them kidneys, get you some hydrangea root from Northeast Africa. All this stuff is on my site, and you can buy them in bulk herbs, you can buy them in raw material, or I can make the compounds up for you, however you want. And make sure you're on an all fruit diet, brother. No glucose. Stay away from the glucose. All right, we got another one. It says, hi, I want to know more about hyperthyroidism. That's a deep conversation right there. I want to know more about hyperthyroidism. I have some of the symptoms, as in always hot and cold most of the time. Okay, so we see that he's either hot or he's either cold. That is his basal temperature. Remember, the thyroid controls the temperature of your body. The way to see if your thyroid is good or bad, all you have to do is check your basal temperature. Get you a thermometer, put it under your arm. If it's below 96 Fahrenheit or if it's over 98 Fahrenheit, you either hyperactive or you hypoactive. Hyper is the high notes. These are the ones that when the number is shooting up. Hypoactive when the number is going down. Let me turn this off, y'all, because they is blowing me up on this website. That's how many people be on the website every day, y'all. You hear all the notifications? There's just so many people, y'all. All right, it says, I want to know more about hypothyroidism. Now, your thyroid, you have a thyroid and you have a parathyroid. Your thyroid is the gland that sits right here. Then you have two little dots on the thyroid that you call the parathyroid. All right, now the thyroid actually uses something called thyroxine. These things convert things into calcium. These things convert things, and this is the metabolic process of the body. This speeds up your metabolism. It breaks down, speeds up your liver and your bile ducts, your pancreas gland. I mean, the thyroid is literally the gear shift to the body, y'all. The thyroid is in control of your emotions, whether you're going to be happy or sad. That's the thyroid. Then you have the parathyroid. So now the parathyroid gets even more complicated because they have something called parathyromone. Now, parathyroid is what utilizes the calcium that the thyroid actually produces by thyroxine. So whenever the thyroid go down, notice that the calcium go down with it. Now, the calcium is for your bones. The calcium is used to push your blood through your veins. The calcium is used for connective tissue. The calcium is used for neural tissue. The calcium is used for bone tissue. So whenever you start losing calcium, notice that osteoporosis set in, where your bones start getting weak. Notice arthritis set in, where metabolic waste starts sitting inside of your joints and you start aching. You can't write for a long time. Your fingers ache. You get tremors. You get Parkinson's disease. You get spider veins. You get varicose veins. You get bruising easier. You get hernias. Have you ever seen a baby with a hernia? That's for the lack of calcium, because the thyroid gland is shut down. You see what I'm saying? The calcium is very, very important, because calcium is one of the most alkaline minerals and substance that's in your body that's produced by the thyroid and the parathyroid. So hyperthyroidism, the first thing you're going to feel, like you said, was hot and cold, because that regulates your temperature with your pituitary gland. So you already know that if you have a thyroid problem, you have a pituitary problem as well. So what you need to do is go up under your arms and check your basal temperatures. Now, remember, if it's 96 Fahrenheit and below, that's hypothyroidism. If it's 98 and higher, that's hyper. Now, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to get iodine inside your body, because iodine is what jump starts. That's the mineral that burns and keep fuel to the thyroid gland and keep that thyroid really acting and regulating your body properly. All right, so first thing we have to do is check your iodines and your bromines, period. We got to make sure that these levels are correct. And then after that, that's when we worry about your calcium utilization, okay? Remember, we always go into digestive, all right, absorption, utilization, and elimination. All right, so what you have right now is an absorption problem and a utilization problem, and that's the reason why your thyroid is down. Now, check this out, family. He said symptoms and hot and cold most of the time. I'm fatigued. All right, fatigue. Whenever you're dealing with fatigue, what are you dealing with? You're either neurologically fatigued, or you're fatigued into your steroid or your hormone utilization. That goes back to your adrenal glands. So you have to check your adrenal glands. Make sure your adrenal glands is on 9. You have to. Got to. And you got to look at your glucose. See if your cells are really firing off ATP. Is what you're getting when you eat this food. Is your body absorbing this phytonutrients, and is your blood transporting these through your glands, and then is your gland utilizing these things? But we see that you can't be utilizing them because you think you have a down thyroid anyway. That's the reason why you're not getting any type of glucose or fructose to fire off into diphosphate or adenosine triphosphate, for you can get the real utilization of these sugars in your cells, for you can have energy. So automatically you have a glandular problem. Your thyroid's down, your pituitary gland is down, and now we see that your adrenal glands is down. Tiredness, hyperactivity, muscle weakness. See that? Look, I know what I be talking about. Muscle weakness. Now, whenever you have muscle weakness, what is the control of your connective tissue? The thyroid. Because what holds your connective tissue together? Calcium. Calcium mixed with what? Iron phosphate mixed with selenium. These things get converted into salts, and salts is what holds amino acids or tissues together. Now, if you're missing calcium, then of course it's going to break apart these amino acids. Now you have loose muscles. Now your muscles are weak. They're tired. They ache. Showing you that you're not utilizing your calcium properly. Well, what utilizes 95% of calcium in the body? The thyroid and the parathyroid, connected to the adrenal glands and the pituitary gland. You have a glandular problem, brother. Without a shadow of a doubt. Watch for your eyes. Are your eyes bulging out? Can you keep your weight? Or you up and down in weight? Do you see goiters popping up? Is your thyroid becoming swollen and like a hard-like substance in there? Because you could be getting a goiter too. So we have to look and check you're a mineral deficient, brother, and you most definitely have a glandular problem. You need my essential glandular kit, my essential endocrino glandular kit. It's $300 on the site. It comes with like 8 things in them. Change to an all-fruit diet, and we'll get all these glands back online. We'll make sure we give you iodine, bromines, phosphates, and carbonates to truly regulate that that thyroid, you need to get out in the sun for at least 2 hours a day, because that thyroid through thioxin and through a lot of other amino acids, these things actually get converted to the calcium. The calcium get converted by sulfate by the sun through vitamin D, and that'll bring up your actual your emotional standpoint, and you won't be sad all the time. You won't be depressed or none of that. You see that? Muscle weakness some days, and I wanted to know if you have any herbs for that. Yes, I do, brother. You need my essential glandular kit. It's on my website. Go to my website, sign up. Well, you already signed up because you in here asking questions. Go on to shop. The drop down column will drop down, and you make sure you click on kits and bundles and get the essential glandular kit. That's what you would need. That's what you would need. And just be checking your body for bruising. Check your body for wrinkles, like wrinkles around the face area. Check your body for brittle and warped nails. Also check your body for hernias. Wrinkles. If in women, check your body for very saggy breasts. All these things are adrenal problems. Saggy skin, loose skin. These are adrenal problems. Once you tighten up the adrenals, you will see that muscle builds and connective tissue it's not so elastic anymore. It becomes very, very strong, because this calcium is one of the main minerals you need with selenium and iron phosphate, and with magnesium and manganese to keep them salts sticking to your amino acids, and that's what's make your skin tight. The moment you start missing minerals, the moment your skin breaks apart. If y'all got that so far, type in some nines and we'll keep it going. If y'all understood that so far, type in some nines and we'll keep it going. And if I'm speaking too fast, type in some nines as well and let me know, and I'll slow it down for y'all. All right, and we'll keep it going, family. And make sure y'all like and y'all share this video. Like and share, family. Like and share. Okay, so everything good. Y'all understand it. And I hope y'all truly writing this information down, because these videos are not going to be here forever. Social media is not going to be here forever. Something is coming upon us that is very sinister and very dark. So make sure y'all really taking this information and practically apply it. Apply the information, y'all. All right. All right. Okay. I love you too, Sister Tabitha, my sister. How you doing, Queen? Okay. I'm glad y'all getting that. Now, do I need to slow down or can I keep going? Do I need to slow down or can I keep going? Let me know if I need to slow down. Y'all on here asking questions. I'm asking y'all a question. All right, let's keep it going. We're going to move it along. All right, I'm good. Keep going. Okay, all praises. All right, this one. Peace King. After watching your videos, I realized I have to dig deeper into my symptoms that my body have. Over 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with PCOS. PCOS stands for polycystic or ovary syndrome. That's when cyst, poly means many. Cyst is nothing but tumors, and it's on the ovaries. So she got a lot of cysts, or what you call fibroids, that's building up on the ovaries, probably stopping her from having babies, probably having her real bad vaginal pains, real bad vaginal bleeding, and all this is about minerals. But let's read what she's talking about. We're going to break this down. Remember, these are my first time reading these things, just like it is y'all. Peace King. After watching your video, I realized I have to dig deeper into my symptoms that my body has. Over 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with PCOS. But recently I went to the doctor and I got examined, and they told me everything was fine. No signs of cysts or fibroids. However, I still have the following symptoms. Excess body hair all over. Now, what it sounds like to me is you just got a hormone imbalance. I would like to know how old you are, because you could be going through menopause. So, Queen, I would truly, truly like to know how old you are. That's probably what you're going through. And then menopause actually causes hair growth. Too many proteins in the body causes hair loss, or sometimes it causes hair growth as well. Now, if they haven't found any cyst ovaries, you might just be producing too much estrogen, which is converted to progesterone. So you might have too much estrogen in the body, or you can have the lack of estrogen in the body. I really want to get some blood work on you before I talk about this publicly, Queen. So if you can, get you some blood work done, get you a full CBC chart, get your renal panel done as well, and let me go over there and look at that, and then we can go further into it. And if you can give me some pictures of your eyes, and I can do a iridology reading on your eyes and truly look deeper within your eyes and see if I can find any constitutions or weakness in there, and then we can talk about this more. That's what I recommend so far. She also said she have problem with weight loss. Of course, that's going to be thyroid. but I exercise regularly. I have been a pescatarian all my life, so she on nothing but fruit. That might be a problem. Too much fruit. You might be dealing with a parasite. You might be dealing with a parasite. And I mean, not fruit, but too much fish. A pescatarian is an all fish diet. You might be dealing with parasites. I also had a protruding belly. See that? See, look, this how you know. Look, check this out, family. Check this out. Okay, let me read this again. See, these aha moments. I want y'all to put this together. Okay, so she have problem with weight loss. Okay, she exercise regularly, but we see that she's on an all fish diet. Now we know that these fish comes with mercury. They come with mercury poison, and they come with parasitics. Now look what she said. She also have always had a protruding belly. What's filling that belly up? I bet you, sister, you have tapeworms and hookworms from these fishes. I think we need to defungi you and deworm you. Let's put you on a dewormer, get you on some parasite elimination, and get you on some parasite capsules, the tinctures and the capsules, and get you on a GMI broom, the super mover. Get you on a GMI super mover. I bet you any money you're going to start seeing a lot of parasites come from you. And stop eating that fish. Switch to an all-fruit diet. Now, if you're not going through menopause, you dealing with a parasite. I'm telling you. I bet my bottom dollar on it. All right. Sometimes I still look pregnant. These are parasites filling up your belly, sister. And I have a very dark neck. See that? A very dark neck. All right. What causes your neck to become dark? The lack of oxygen, the lack of utilization of oxygen and iron phosphate. That's what keeps your skin vibrant. That's what keeps your skin alive. Oxygen, air. That's what keeps your skin breathing and looking healthy and looking fit. I bet you got parasites. Let's deworm you. Get you the GI super mover off my website in the capsule form. Get you the parasite elimination in the capsule form, and get you the parasite elimination in the tincture form. Let's start you off on that, and also get my gut restoration tonic. If we cleanse that gut and we cleanse them bowels out, I bet you're going to see worms and you won't have these problems no more. And I want to know how old you are, because you could be going through menopause plus parasites. And get off that fish. That fish is very bad for our people. It's very bad for our people. I have them a GMO and made. They created to eat their own boo-boo and fish forms and all of that. And then if you catch them wild caught, you have a very good chance of getting mercury poison, which is both is bad for you. So get off of that ASAP. That's deep right there. All right. It says I have extreme strong. Look, I'm telling y'all, parasites. Look at this. I have extremely strong cravings for chocolate. And sometimes I have mood swings. These parasites is what's giving you these cravings for the sugar. You see that? These mood swings, all of that, because there is toxins inside of these parasites' feces that actually combines and sends certain type of neurological chemicals to your brain and have you eating and want things that you don't really want. All right. I know somebody, I know my body is in balance, but the doctor said everything is fine. That does not sit well with my spirit. So I'm reaching out to you. Please help. Sister, I want you to contact me. Give me a full CBC chart. Give me a full renal panel chart done. I want to check your kidneys, see how much protein in there. I'm betting you're dealing with parasitics, though. Get off that fish. Get on an all-fruit diet. Order the herbs that I recommended. And then while you're doing them herbs, let's set up a consultation. Let's really see how we can further heal you. But that's what's going on with you, sister. That's exactly what's going on with you. All right. This is another question. All right, is y'all keeping up? Can I keep going, family? Y'all got some energy? Y'all got some understanding so far? Let's type in some nines. We keep it going. What y'all talking about? Sea moss. We got sea moss on deck, baby. We got sea moss on deck, baby. I got a couple more pounds in the back. You know, all I deal with is purple sea moss. I don't deal with nothing else. Purple sea moss, straight from the St. Thomas Sea, Jamaica, man. You know what I'm saying? From the Caribbean islands. That's the only sea moss I deal with. Got my whole basement stanking. It smell like a whole shark down here. It smell like a rotten shark died down here or something. Y'all know me. I love my sea moss. I'm a sea moss man. I'm telling you. All right, let's keep it going. All right, let's keep going. Okay, all praises. All right, it says, hi, sir. My name is Dominique. I live in Canada. I posted about my mother condition about a week ago on Dr. Sabi page on Facebook. I didn't get much of a response. Only one person mentioned to me your name. All praises. Whoever that brother or sister was that brought you to me, Baruch Hashem Yahweh, and once I bless you and keep you. Sorry about my English, My mom, sorry about my English, it's okay. I understand you from a different country. My mom, she lives in Italy. I call my mom every weekend. Lately, she have been complaining about her weight loss, nausea, and I can't understand what she's trying to say. In her food. My sister went over, you know, right? Hold on, let me try to read this, y'all, because I'm not understanding. We're gonna try to make sense of it though. It says, hi, sir. My name is Dominique. I live in Canada. I posted my mother condition about a week ago on Dr. Sevi page. I didn't get much of a response. Only one person mentioned your name. Sorry about my English. My mom, she live in Italy. I call my mom every weekend. Lately, she been complaining about her weight loss and nausea. Okay, trivia question. Whenever you're dealing with weight loss, what is in control of your metabolism? What gland control the metabolism of your body, family? Who can answer that first? Let's see if y'all be listening. What glands control the metabolism of the body? What goes up and down, your weight, your fat, your solvent? What gland is that? We already know off back she have a glandular problem because of the weight loss. It could be malabsorption and malnutrition too. But most definitely it's going to always have to do with what? There you go, Anthony. Anthony Jones, the thyroid. That's right, all of y'all on it. The thyroid. See, that's what I'm saying. I see we listening here. All praises. That's right. The thyroid. So we automatically know that she have a thyroid problem and we need to get that thyroid up and running. You need to get my thyroid and parathyroid tincture off the website. Get that immediately. And then it also says that not only was her weight was up and down, but she's very nauseated. Whenever you're dealing with nausea, you're dealing with toxins. That means there are toxins in the blood, or that means the lack of oxygen in the blood. Either or, they're the same thing, because the lack of oxygen causes toxicity, which causes what? Acidosis. So you need to cleanse your blood too. So most definitely get you a thyroid and parathyroid tincture and get my blood purifier. The blood purifier capsules will do you way better than the tincture. The tincture will get into the bloodstream quicker, but them capsule will last longer in the body. All right, so thyroid, parathyroid tincture, and most definitely cleanse that blood and make sure that blood is maintaining at 7.4 to 7.5 potential hydrogen or pH balance. Because the moment they go any lower or go any higher, you can drop dead from it. All right, it says, and she's also just looking at her food. My sister went over, and it says, you know, that is a very bad restriction from the COVID-19, and she notes that she have yellow discoloration skin and yellow in her eyes. Oh, all right. So look, now check this out. We have a liver problem going on. Whenever you look, so whenever you see yellow in the eyes, do an ideology reading. Whenever we see yellow in the eyes, that is a indication of what? Bilirubin. That's an indication of the lack of iron, and blood cells are breaking down improperly in the system. So we got to go out to the liver. You need a liver and a gallbladder cleanse as well. Okay, so yellow discoloration in the skin as well and in the eyes. My sister brought her to the hospital, and after a further investigation, she got these blood tests back. All right, her S gamma GTs are 992, which is way too high. But they saying it's a normal range. No, it's not. Her bilirubin, see, her bilirubin is at 800. What I tell y'all? What that say? That say bilirubin. Her bilirubin at 800, y'all. So her bilirubin at 800. Now, the thing about bilirubin, so you have something called the erythrocytes, all right? Now, your blood. So blood is born from DNA. Your DNA is born and produced by your what? By your bone marrow. So with inside of that, you have something called erythrocytes. Erythrocytes' whole purpose is to bring oxygen throughout the whole entire body. Well, the only way you can bring oxygen throughout the whole entire body is through iron phosphate. So now oxygen and iron phosphate put together is called what? Hemoglobin. So I bet you she's very, very low in hemoglobin. I wish she would have sent me though. Send me a blood chart, sister. I bet you her hemoglobin is very, very low. So once this hemoglobin get utilized through oxygen throughout the body, after 120 days, this hemoglobin break down. It breaks down into two major components. It breaks down into heme and it breaks down into globin. Well, globin or globin is a so-called protein. All right, now this protein get utilized by the liver and it goes back into the bloodstream to get utilized again. Sometimes the liver changes it into other amino acids that it needs to provide the body phytonutrients. But the heme part, Now this heme part gets broken down into iron. Now when it gets broken down into iron, it connects to the phosphate. This go back into the bloodstream to actually produce more oxygen inside of the body. Now the heme that is not utilized by iron in the body, this stuff turns into something called bilirubin. Ooh-wee. So now we see that she had red blood cells that's breaking down in her body improperly, and the body is not utilizing the blood cells right. So now these dead blood cells are building up and turning into bilirubin. But what actually cleanses the bilirubin? The liver. The liver through something called bile. So what? She have liver problems going on. She have thyroid problem going on. She have adrenal gland problem going on in kidneys, meaning that she have major organ problems. What you need, sister, you're going to need to put your mama, most definitely put her on an amino acid therapeutic package. We ain't going to even deal with kits. We ain't going to deal with bundles. We ain't going to try to go after this one system at a time. We need to go after this holistically. All right, especially you cannot deal with that bilirubin. That bilirubin will kill you if the levels get too high, because this will shut the liver down. If the liver shut down, it's impossible for you to live, because the liver is the chemical factory of the body. The liver is what produces the amino acids. The liver is what converts the amino acids to what they need for the body can utilize these things. I mean, the bilirubin cannot be too high. So, yeah, most definitely, it's a bilirubin problem. That is crazy. All right, let's read this again. It says her eyes. Brought her to the hospital, blood test back, S gamma cells too high. Bilirubin is in the 800. Also, Billy value were high. I already know, sister. I already know the bilirubin value was high. Look, her urine pH is at a 6.0. I mean, it's a little acidic. That ain't that bad. We can get it up to that neutral, but I mean, 6.0 ain't that bad. Little acidic. Her leukocytes is 500, normal range 0. Those are the highest level, more or less. So my mom was diagnosed. Look, my mom was diagnosed with pancreatic ductal syndrome. Oh, the tumor is on her head, is on the head of her pancreas. Now, the pancreas is connected by the small bile duct to the liver. What do it produces? Bile. What is this bile supposed to do? This bile is supposed to transport what? Bilirubin to the liver out through what? The poop. It converts and turns into water. That's why your poop, if you do have bilirubin problems, your poop are very yellow. This is all that sulfur built up in it. So she have a tumor, cancerous tumor on her pancreas. It's 7 centimeters in size. Is it possible to talk about that? And also, can you direct me how to help her? Get her on all fruits diet, automatically put her on all fruits diet. You're only dealing with 2 sides of chemistry. Anything that causes a tumor, anything that causes a cyst, anything that causes a bump, anything that causes an outbreak, anything that causes anything to swell up is agglomeration. All right, agglomeration is what? That is the accumulation of dead cells and tissues by way of what? By way of mucus. You see that? Now, mucus is a defense, but mucus also suppresses the functioning of cells because it actually sucks out the oxygen molecules to each cell. Imagine putting a pillow over somebody's face. When mucus come in and just sit on the cell, that's what happened to the cell. So the cell becomes, it dies. Now, if the cells dies, this is called uncontrollable mitosis or uncontrollable apoptosis. Now, the lymphatic system have to come pick up these cells and then cleanse them through macrophages by way of the lymph nodes. Now, if your lymph nodes bad, or if you don't have any biofilm bacteria inside them lymph nodes, if you don't, you most if you have constant bacteria infections, you need to get on my 3 bitters, period. All right. Now, what's the whole purpose and point of the lymph nodes? They have macrophages and they have good bacteria, biofilm bacteria in them to chew down these acids or to chew down these dead, broken down cells. And then these macrophages, by way of lymphocytes, take them through the lymphatic system and then you pee them out. Or you sweat and through cellular respiration, they come out through your skin. So we see that you have a backed up lymphatic system. Anytime the lymphatic system becomes backed up and stagnant, agglomeration sets in. All these dead cells and mucus start clunking themselves together. All right, y'all seen the analogy I use? You get 1, boom, you get 2. Next thing you know, you got cells this big. Now you got a mass and they calling it tumors. And the reason why they calling it tumors is because it's agglomeration of cells. Then they want to biopsy you and then go take a piece of that tumor to see if any cells are mutating. Then they call it atypical or they call it cancerous. All tumors and all cysts are cancerous because it's a mutating cell to begin with. You see that? So you have to cleanse out the lymphatic system. So to cleanse your mama lymphatic system, most definitely cleanse her glands. Man, you're gonna need to cleanse her pancreas as well. Get her on some pancreas tinctures. Get on my website, get the essential glandular kit. Most man, look, we ain't gonna even look. She need a whole amino acid therapeutic package level 1. If you can't afford that, get her on a week 1 and 2. And we're going to go after them kidneys. We're going to go after them adrenals. We're going to go after their lymphatic system. We're going to cleanse our blood up. We're going to cleanse all the acids and the acidosis, all that acidic environment up out of her body. And that's what's going to truly, truly heal this woman. You should have her on nothing but fruit. She shouldn't be eating anything but fruits right now. Because, I mean, that tumor sitting on that pancreas, now we see why that the bilirubin can't pass through the liver. Because in order for the bilirubin to get to the liver, it have to go through the small bowel duct, which is the pancreatic duct, to get to the liver. It's blocked because that big old tumor is sitting right there. So we have to shrink that tumor and get that tumor up out of there. You need astringents. Most definitely my astringent X to pull and tug on these. And fruits will further break that down. But the amino acid therapeutic package is what's going to get it. That's what's going to get it. It says, talk to you about, it says, and yes, I like to know, how can I pay for your services? You can pay right from the website. The shipping process will already guesstimate itself for you and everything. Thank you for what you do. God bless. God bless you. So yeah, you most definitely got an iron problem. Your red blood cells, your erythrocytes are breaking down wrong, but it's all due to that tumor that's on the pancreas. The root to your problem is acids and agglomulation. So once you really clean up all them acids and start sucking that body and astringent them acids from the body, notice that the tumor gonna go down. Now your bowel duct and your pancreas can utilize that bilirubin, right, and send it through the blood to the liver, and that liver can further break it down, and the macrophages can further break it down by way of the lymphatic system. And now you can start truly peeing and pooping this bilirubin out. The colors in your eyes are going to change. That orangish onion skin you got is going to start changing back to its number color and all of that. But it's acids. That's your problem. Acid and mucus. All right. What else we got? They got some pretty good questions today, don't they? Yeah, some good questions, ain't they? That bilirubin one, that went deep. That went super deep. All right, it says, okay, I have requested a consultation. This is a new question, y'all. Okay, I've requested a consultation. But can you please answer these on your live so I can have more of an understanding? My mom have 2 leaky valves, supposedly cause her rheumatoid or rheumatic fever. Hold on, my mom's have 2 leaky valves, supposedly cause her to have rheumatic fever. Has had for 20 years or so. The doctors estimated her to die soon. Luckily, I am here to take all natural cures, and I am definitely believing in it. That's what I'm talking about. Hallelujah for that. Baruch Hashem Yahweh. Bless the name of Yahweh. Second, my friend who isn't black have symptoms like Parkinson's disease. Is it more of the beginning stages where his hands are mildly y'all be just typing this. Y'all be typing fast because this don't make no sense, but we're gonna back it up. Okay, Luke, let's deal with the first part. It says, I've requested a consultation, but can you please answer these on your live for more understanding? My mom's have leaky bowels. Whenever you're dealing with leaky bowels, whenever you're dealing with any type of leaky bowels, always remember nightshades and lectins. All right, lectins, I'm finna type it in. Look this word up. And somebody look the word up, lectins, from me and post the actual definition in the comments board. I'm typing it in for y'all now. I just type lectins in. Look that word up. Whenever you're dealing with leaky gut, you're dealing with this type of protein. These proteins actually produces the hydrochloric acid. The hydrochloric acid start truly burning inside of your esophagus or burning holes inside of your stomach ducts. And these things start leaking. And this is where you get leaky gut from. That's when acid is spilling over or proteins are spilling out of your gut and spilling into your blood or spilling into your immunological system by way of the stomach or by way of the duodenum or by way of the ileum, any type of these. These things are dealing with nightshades. So whenever you have a leaky gut, make sure that you're not dealing with proteins. You have to get the proteins out of your body. Only thing that's very obstructed inside your body is proteins. Only thing that's acidic inside your body is protein. Proteins are acidic. So get her off the proteins immediately. Put her on an all-fruit diet for you don't have to deal with the body trying to break down these proteins, because these lectins, which are proteins, are going to further break down the cellular wall or the connective tissue of the digestive system. Now you start looking, you have prolapse colon, you have all types of different colons. Now check this out. It says, look, thank you, Aunt Love. Lectins are a lectins are a carbohydrate binding protein that are highly specific in sugar groups and in molecules. You see that? Lectins have a role in recognition of cellular and molecular levels that play numerous roles in a biological recognition phenomenon involving cells, carbohydrates, and proteins. So you see that lectins, they make their own metabolical changes because they have a brain of their own. These are the only proteins I know that are alive. Other proteins just have deoxyribonucleic acids in it and ribose nucleic acid, but it has to have another polymer or molecule to actually live inside of you. See, lectins is a protein that have a brain. We have to watch out with proteins with a brain because they start doing their own changes and they start changing the molecules of your different amino acids that's inside of your body. These things are called nightshades. So Aunt Love, do me another favor, brother. Look up the word nightshades. Look up the word nightshades and post the definition of nightshades as well inside the comment board, because that's all a lectin is. Now, remember when we start talking about herbs and we start talking about vegetables, herbs and vegetables do not like to be eaten. They're alive. They have backbones. They have a nervous system. They think like you. They walk around. They have sex. They pee. They poop. Plants do this. So when you pluck a plant from the ground, I mean, by way, we have to eat them. But when you pluck a plant from the ground, they give off this certain type of steroid, a certain type of protein that becomes acidic to you. And this protein is called lectins. Now, when you eat it, and basically it's like a skunk. When you scare a skunk, it sprays you and it stinks and it keeps you from eating it or running up on it. You see what I'm saying? Well, plants actually produces something called lectin. It's a glycoprotein coat that they produce out of fear for when they know they finna be eaten or cut down, or the grass, or you finna chop them down. And we eat these things instead of washing them thoroughly or peeling a layer of skin off of them. And when you eat these things, they actually mess up your stomach because they full of protein. This is what causes leaky gut. You shouldn't be on nothing acidic while you have this leaky gut problem. You need to be on cooling herbs or cooling fruits. And this is what fruits do. The alkaline side. Alkaline is winter. This is what's going to cool you down. See that? So we have to stay away from the nightshades. You see that? Now check this out. It says nightshades. Hold on, let me get it, y'all. Nightshades. Learn to pronounce it says learn to pronounce a noun, a plant related to a potato. It says typically living poisonous black or red berries. Several kinds of nightshades have been used in the production of herbal medicine. Y'all see? Y'all think I'm lying? There you go. Nightshades in herbal medicine, because these things are produced by glycoprotein and cellulose that sticks on the plant actually produced this when there's no it's finna be ate. Then you eat it and you eat this poison and it eats through you. That's why you have to wash and cleanse your vegetables real good, and you have to soak some of your herbs sometimes, or we got to put alcohol in them. We got to chop them up and put them in capsules because we got to get rid of the lectin protein coat that was on there in the first place because we picked them. All right. Now, whenever somebody dealing with leaky gut, they're dealing with a nightshade, or they dealing with the production of too much hydrochloric acid and proteins inside the stomach. Period. What do that come from? That come from your food, your spoon and fork. That come from what you're eating. Once you truly change your diet, notice that the leaky gut will heal itself without even herbs. You can heal a leaky gut without herbs. You can heal irritable bowel syndrome without herbs. You can heal that on an all fruit diet. So we most definitely need to change your diet. Change your diet to all fruits. All fruits, all fruits. Let's see what else she said. So leaky bowels, bang, bang, bang. Fever, yours, estimated die soon. Change on the all fruit diet before you even get the herbs. And let's see how that do before you even buy any herbs. Book a consultation. We can talk. Well, you said you already booked one, so we're going to be talking soon. And you're going to notice that that gut is going to start healing itself. She's going to become more awakened. Before she become awakened, just know that it's going to be a very, very crash, and tiredness is going to come upon her because the adrenals are going to start fending for themselves. A lot of us grow up and we eat stimulants all day long. We got candy. We got suckers. We got all types of cupcakes. All of these things are called stimulants, where sugar is provided, but it's not the sugar that you need. It's not the glucose and it's not the fructose that you need. It's sucrose, it's maltose, it's pentose. These things are stimulants. They like coffee and caffeine, which it feels like you're getting energy from them, but a crash is coming. So your body get used to these things, and then your adrenal glands stop working because it starts depending on the stimulus. So the moment you start eating natural fruits, the things that your species is supposed to eat, you get tired all the time because your adrenal glands stop working. They ain't been working in about 15, 20 years. So that's why you get tired so bad and you want to go to sleep a lot when you're on all fruits, because your adrenal glands is finally fending for themselves and they need to rebuild themselves. All right. So she might get a little tired, but never mind that. Just keep on the fruits and keep going. And then we'll talk more about the herbs and everything once we talk. Then she said, my friend who isn't black. All right, so if they ain't black, I need to know what type they are, because we might need to